All right. Shalom, family. Happy Sabbath. This A.O.I, Awakening of Israel. Once again, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to the Most High God of Israel for bringing us all together today on this Sabbath, allowing us all to be able to come together. Most importantly, got to give honor and glory to the Most High. Thank you all for tuning in. The nice class is going to be edifying as usual. Got the mighty brother Eric, gonna bring it through, get some edification, some more knowledge to the brothers and sisters in the nation of Israel. And without further ado, we're gonna let the brother do what he do. And I'm brother Ananias, by the way.
Brother Israel.
Brother Eric. Shalom, brother, sister. Happy Sabbath. Tonight's title of the class is The Responsibility of Parents and Children. And we're going to open it up with Deuteronomy chapter 5 and verse 16.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 16. Honor thy father and thy mother, as the Lord thy God hath commanded thee, that thy days may be prolonged, and that it may go well with thee in the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right. The Lord right here is telling us to honor our mother and our father, that our days might be longer. He's not talking about just small kids honoring their parents. Also, people our age, we got to honor our mother and father as well. There's no age limit on who he's talking about to honor your mother. You're never too old to honor your mother and your father.
That's right.
That your day might be longer. So from there, we're going to go to Exodus 20 and verse 12.
Hey, before you go to that, you got to let them know some more on that verse, though. You know what I'm saying? It say that your days may be prolonged. One of the things that's going on in the society today, or in this world today, a lot of brothers and sisters get knocked out early and early. Most High ain't playing. He taking us out younger and younger each and every day. Why? Because we ain't obeying or honoring our mothers and fathers. And that's something that got to be stressed in our communities, in our neighborhoods, in our families. Got to start honoring our mothers and fathers. But go ahead, brother.
That's right. And like you were saying, I got like a prime example of something that happened to me, family member, not honoring his mother and popping off at the mouth, and then next thing that same day, tragedy happened, he out of here. Just like that. And like you said, honor your mother and your father, that day might be longer. And we must do that.
That's right.
So from there, we'll go to Exodus 20 and verse 12.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Right, and they're just backing up with the last verse we just brought out. They're just a precept on that last verse that we brought out. Again, telling us to honor our mother and our father. It's basically mandatory.
That's right.
Mandatory that we do that. There, go ahead.
I'm just saying, one of the things we got to be teaching our kids when it's coming down to honoring the mother and father, you got to make sure that they understand what that word mean, what honor mean, And to honor your mother and father means to honor them when they are there or when they're not there, to be obedient, in other words,
Mm-hmm.
Got to do that. It said that they days may be long upon the land. So for those brothers and sisters that are shocked and amazed at those people that are living to see 100, 105, 110, it's a reason for that. The Lord just gave you the answer for that right here.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
And like the brother said, you know, have to honor them whether they right there in your face or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know they gonna honor you right while they're in the same vicinity as you are, but you want them when they're in school and they see other little kids doing something that you know that they know you taught them not to do. They serving sausage biscuit in the lunchroom, and you want your child to be like, no, I can't eat that. You want your child to be in school hungry before he eat that sausage biscuit or she eat that sausage biscuit.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Endure to the end.
Right. Right.
Where you going next?
From there we're gonna go to Proverbs 23 and 22.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 22. Is that what you said?
Yeah, 23 and 22.
All right. And it reads, hearken unto thy father that begat thee, and despise not thy mother when she is old.
Right. It tells you hearken unto your father that begat. Listen to your father, that the person that you come from, your father, and despise not thy mother when she is old. Because like you gotta think about a lot of these parents get old and um the kids in the kids' eye they done became a burden.
Mm.
You know, um I'm not gonna go see my mom today because I know she gonna want me to run her to the store. And I don't feel that she ain't got no gas money. I don't feel like doing it today. You know, that's why how a lot of us think. Me personally, I don't think like that, but a lot of us like that.
You right?
Some of us parents get old and you feel like, okay, well, I can't do this no. I'm gonna throw her in the nursing home.
Mm.
When you got an extra room in your house, but you'd rather take her to the nursing home. You know, a lot of us do that. But like I said, despise not their mother when she is old. A lot of, you know, when they get old, like they said, they start getting older, they start turning back into babies. They need you got to make sure they ain't wetting themselves, stuff like that. The older they get, they start turning back to a baby. And some people can't handle that. And like I said, it'll cause them to despise their parents, not hate them like despise, just don't want to have too much to do with them because it's inconveniencing them.
Bring it
But
out.
we can't be like that.
Right.
Right. So from there, we're gonna go to Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4.
Okay, Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. And ye fathers provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them in. Let me start that over. Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. And ye fathers provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord.
Right? He said, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition,
Yeah.
admonition of the Lord. Meaning, um, don't
Basically, don't provoke the child. You know what I'm saying? To
break
discourage.
that down. I think that's the one me and you talked about the other day.
Uh huh.
Go ahead. You can break it down.
No, I'm just saying basically, don't provoke your child to wrath. You know, to get them angry. You want you want your child to do the best at all times, but it's a certain way to do things. Just like it's a certain way to do anything in life. But you don't want to bring them to the point where you for lack of better words, pissing them off trying to get it done. Because you're gonna end up discouraging them. But it said, bring them up in the nurturing and admonition of the Lord, and
Right.
patience, and understanding.
That's right. Like, can't call him stupid because he ain't getting the math question right.
Right.
Hey,
Right. Can't tell him what you stupid because you can't get this math problem right, because it's gonna make him not. It's gonna bring him down. He gonna start feeling like he's stupid.
that's right.
Man, you
That's
had
here in Israel. That's like a common theme these days. You know what I'm saying? That's common, and you see it all over Facebook. It's about that time of the year where everybody start cussing him out, Johnny, because he don't know how to count the apples. You know what I'm saying? About to go
right.
all inside of head. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Right. I actually felt like that. Somebody talked to me when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
We used to play a game called gestures. When somebody acts out and you have to figure out what they acting out. And I could never figure it out. And they used to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it kind of made me not want to play the game. Because, but that's just an example. So from there we're gonna go to Proverbs 19 and 18.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 19, verse 18. Chasten thy son while there is hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime.
Right. There's this scripture here, this is a scripture most children might not want to hear. 'Cause basically what the Lord is telling us is, chasten him. Don't try to start whipping him when he turns 17, especially the women, the ladies. You might get beat up trying to all of a sudden start beating him while he's 17, and you wouldn't beat him while he was 7. You know what I mean? So it says, chasten thy son while there's still hope. That meaning while he's young, when you can instill something in him with those whippings. And he also saying, and let not thy soul spare for his crying. So when you beating him, he go to screaming and hollering. Don't you feel bad because you done made him holler? You doing him a good service by beating him like that. I done felt bad about whipping my son before. I don't think I feel bad if it come down to it again though, but like I said, chasten thy son while there's still hope, and let not thy soul spare for his crime.
That's right.
And that's what a lot of these children need. We can't be like some of these Edomites, and they want to put their children in time out after he done burnt the kitchen down. They put them, they want to put them in time out. And the kitchen still on fire, but he over there in time out. So basically, Lord saying you gotta put something on him.
That's right.
So from there, what was that proper? From there, we're gonna go to Proverbs 13 and 24.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13 and verse 24. He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him bedtime.
Right, he said, he that spare his rod hateth his son. I mean, if you're not doing what I just said on that last scripture, you're not putting something on them kids' backside when they doing something wrong, basically saying you don't love them because they gonna grow up, be some little demons. They'll grow up feeling like they can do anything because you never did put them in they place by putting something on him on that backside. It said, but he that loveth him chastise him betimes. Man, you love him, you gonna want to put something on him because you basically trying to save his life. So in the future, he'll know right from wrong. He'll know his consequences behind doing something wrong. You know, you don't never put something on him, then at a certain age, it ain't gonna be up to you. It's gonna be up to the system gonna put something on him.
Hmm.
You know. And they ain't finna hit him with no belt. They're gonna hit him with some time.
Right.
You know, so you got to put something on, can't let them get away with everything. I ain't saying you got to every time they do something wrong, you got to, but at a certain point, they constantly doing wrong and disrespectful. You can't let a child uh talk from age 5 years old. He talking smart to you, or she talking smart and sassy, and they do that year after year after year. And now they turn to a teenager, and it's really done got out of hand. It ain't no straightening that out.
Mm.
You done let them do it for the last 8 years, and then you be around your friends or your other family member, and your child talking crazy to you, and you embarrassed because how he talking to you, but you done let him do it for the last 7, 8 years.
All right.
You know, I was at the store one day. It was a lady in line, and I wouldn't listen to her conversation, but I knew she was talking to her dad because she was right behind me. And you know, she was like probably her mid 30s, but she was talking to her dad like she was like she was 7 years old. She was giving him that much respect, you know. Yeah, you know, yes sir, and yes, you know, like she felt like the way it sounded like if she still can get a book with her and she said the wrong thing. That's how she was talking, you know. And that's from how she was raised, you know.
All praise for that. You know.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's a
but
lot.
at the beginning of that verse, it say, "He that spareth his rod hate his son."
Right.
You know, one of the things we supposed to be doing as Israelites is showing love on a constant. You know, one way of showing love is to keep the commandments and not suffer sin upon your brother. So if we ain't bringing that rod or putting that belt on them, we letting them go into sin. We letting them be put to death on our ignorance. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord said that. Gotta put that rod on.
Like the brother was
Right.
saying, you know, Babylon, they teach you, put them in time out. And, you know, they don't even, they took paddling out of the school.
Mm-hmm.
Got kids acting up, throwing spitballs at the teacher, slapping them, all kind of mess going on, man. And, you know, and they just put them in time out or they give them a suspension day. They don't learn nothing from that.
That's
But
right.
then it's like when that kid touched that hot stove, he gonna realize that stove is hot. He can't touch that no more. And that's the
Hmm.
same concept is with the rod, right? You got it, bro.
Right. And like you said, they'll suspend the kid. That ain't doing them. Some of the kids, uh, they looking forward to getting suspended.
Right.
Right. They like you said, they took the paddling out. I know I done got plenty of them when I was in school, and they used to give us a choice. He said, "You want to get suspended or you want a paddling?" I said, "I want to get suspended." Boy, get over here and get this paddling, you know, and put something on you. But
And my bad. One more thing, and that
go
suspension.
ahead.
You know, it don't do nothing nowadays. They love to be at home. They could be at home playing Fortnite, right? And they did all kind of wickedness to the teacher, or you know what I'm saying, against their household and everything, and they just go home and play Fortnite, and no consequences are served.
And they do it just for some type of status or to get some kudos or something. You know what I'm saying? To try to show out for the other classmates or the other kids in their class. Just trying to do it just to show off.
Right.
Yep. So from there we're gonna go to Psalms 127 and verse 3.
Psalms 127 and verse 3. And it reads, Lo, children are a heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward.
God said children are heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward, meaning these kids are a reward from God to us. Basically a blessing from God to us, these kids. So by that being so, a blessing, God giving us this blessing that should motivate us to raise these kids in the right way that we should. Uh, a lot of us we have to raise them how in the ways that we've learned lately, not how we learned when we were coming up. Cause we didn't learn the all of the right ways. We probably learned some of the right ways, but what we know now, teach that to your kids from young kids. Like you said, teach them while they're young. That way they never depart. You got to teach them the laws and statutes and all this stuff that we missed out on as little kids. You know,
That
can't
works.
can't teach them Christmas and Thanksgiving and around December you had that little warm feeling on inside you when you were a kid because you think about Christmas. I used to have that feeling. And like, hear that silent night come on the radio by the Temptation. You feeling all good but we can't teach our children that. Sit down in the living room, with the light out, looking at the Christmas lights on the tree, how pretty they look. But say and the fruit of the womb is his reward. So we have to treat them as such. If God giving us these children as a reward, we got to, you know, uh, like my wife said, you need to put some fertilizer on that grass out there. you know, you gotta put some fertilizer on their children so they come in right.
All right.
The fertilizer is this right here.
That's right.
Right.
Gotta, you gotta think about that. So from there we're gonna go to what we look at. From there we're gonna go to Colossians 3 and verse 21. Colossians 3 and verse 21.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 21. Father, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged.
Okay, that's basically going back to that other scripture where we read earlier. Basically saying again, don't speak down on them when they might not be getting it the way you want them to get it. Don't speak down on them, make them feel like they a dummy or something, and they walk around with their head down.
Let me get a
No matter.
precept.
Go ahead.
This Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 5. It says, Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chasteneth his son, so the Lord thy God chasten thee. So just like you saying, don't provoke the child to anger. We need to consider in our mind the Lord doing the same thing as what we trying to get the child to understand. How to walk the straight and narrow path, how to get things done the right way. But when we go off, he gonna put us back in line. He gonna put that belt on us. You know what I'm saying? He gonna give us that rod of correction. So we need to consider that when dealing with the kids as well, or when it come to us dealing with our parents. But that was Deuteronomy 8:5.
Okay. So from there, we're gonna go to Deuteronomy chapter 6 through 9. I mean, excuse me, Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 6 through 9.
All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 6, verse 6. And these words which I command thee this day shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. And thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes. And thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and on thy gates.
Right. Basically, what this saying is how we supposed to have these laws basically for these kids, these little kids. Have a reminder somewhere in your house, where your kids constantly go. Like for example, your refrigerator. Keep the laws on the refrigerator where they can always see and read when they go there. You know what I'm saying? Um, it says and thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thine hand, and thou shalt be a frontlet between thine eyes. Thou shalt write them upon the post of thy house and thy gate. You know, they're basically saying, you ever go to somebody's house and see on it, they might have like a greeting on their door with the script or something like that. That's basically what he's saying we have to do. Because these kids, we got to put these laws in their mind, no matter what. And then at this young age, this is when they do their most learning at the age they are now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's when it really sticks. Like I said, you can't start when your child 13, 14 years old and then start trying to put something in their head about the Lord. I mean, it can work, but a lot of times it don't work.
I want to bring out something else on that. As many times as I done read this script, we'll say right there in verse 8, and they shall be as frontlets between thy eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, back in the old days, that's what they used to call glasses, frontlets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was saying these commandments supposed to be as frontlets between thy eyes. It's supposed to be something that you look through before you do anything in life. Look and see, can I do this according to the commandments? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to look at it like you looking through some looking glass.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of deep right there. But go ahead. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, that is deep. Okay, so from there we're gonna go to from there we're gonna go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 3, 1 verse 1 through 7.
Book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter that ye may be safe. For the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons. Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins, and he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children, and when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard. He that honoreth his father shall have a long life, and he that is obedient unto the Lord shall be a comfort to his mother. He that feareth the Lord will honor his father, and will do service unto his parents as to his master.
Right. Said he that fears the Lord will honor his father. Right, because the Lord saying what's gonna happen if you don't. Fear the Lord, honor your mother and your father, and he that honor his mother is one that live with treasure. You want to break that down, Rick? That verse right there. And he that honor his mother is one that live with treasure.
What verse that is?
Four.
All right. And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure. Because when you keeping the commandments, you storing up your treasure in heaven. You know what I'm saying? In the kingdom. For yourself. The Lord said he'll reward those who keep his commandments openly. So when you keeping the commandments, you teaching your kids. I put it like this. When your kid or your child is doing whatever you tell them to do, it's no hesitation when it come down to rewarding them. You know, they going to school, they being respectful, they getting the grades that they need. You don't have a problem buying them a new video game. You don't have a problem taking them out to get some ice cream. You give it to them freely when they do what you require. So when you being a comfort or being obedient to your mother and father, you storing up that treasure.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So that's pretty much all I got on it. Um, hope that edified everybody a little bit tonight, and also got some couple of laws that we bring out. I know one of them gonna hurt y'all because it hurt me. So we gonna first we gonna go to Leviticus 5:1.
Oh man, the brother talking about it gonna hurt him, man. It gonna hurt him, man. What he got? What he got? Oh, okay. Say Leviticus 5:1.
Yep.
All right. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing, and is a witness, whether he have seen or known of it, if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Right. Basically, that's that the people who like to say I ain't no snitch or stop snitching. Right there, the Lord is saying, see somebody doing some evil or some wickedness, and you know that you can got a chance to basically rat on to the authorities or whatever. He done killed somebody, but you ain't telling the police that he did it. He the one that did it. You gonna bear that it's just like you did in the Lord's eyes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and you gonna pay for it if you don't do what you need to do. There's a lot of us gonna get judged for that because there's a bunch of murderers out there still on the street right now because they homeboys ain't telling or somebody too scared to tell. You know, a lot of unsolved murders and stuff like that out there because you don't want to be no snitch. And you feel like, well, I ain't do it, I ain't worried about it. If you know what happened and you ain't saying, then they can't charge you with the murder here in this world, but in the world to come, you're gonna be, you know, charged with that murder.
Here, precept for it is Leviticus 19:17, what we spoke about earlier. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So you know the brother getting ready to do something wrong. Why not intervene? Why not speak up on it? You sit back and then you know he getting ready to knock somebody off or go rob their bank. He go do it. You ain't got nothing to say about it. You ain't step in the first place to stop it. But once he do it, now your lips is closed. You ain't got nothing to say until it start affecting your household. Somebody come around shoot you or shoot somebody in your family. Now you want everybody to open their mouth, you know.
And then you got some people who encourage that type of stuff. Yeah, here you say you finna go shoot them. They're gonna offer to go buy the bullets for you. Instead of trying to say, no, man, you don't need to do that. You're gonna end up in jail or worse. You know what I'm saying? Some
Mm,
of them prepared you, but this supposed to be your friend.
yeah, we supposed to be using wisdom and talk them out of it rather than just turn a blind eye. You know what I'm saying? Act like we ain't hear nothing or we ain't see nothing. Hey, brother, it's another way to get that money. Hey, brother, it's another way of going about handling it. Calm down. You ain't got to deal in anger like that. You know, use wisdom, discernment. Use these scripts to calm the brothers down. You know, or sisters, however it may be. You know.
You know, there was a fight happened somewhere, and now somebody people get to fight. Everybody will pull their camera out to record the fight. Woman out there trying to record the fight. Get with she caught a bullet. She dead.
All right.
Trying to record a fight. She dead. Um, but yeah, man. From there, we gonna go ahead to this other law that I didn't know to the other day. Uh, and it's Leviticus chapter 3, verse 16 through 17.
This is Leviticus chapter 3, verse 16. And the priest shall burn them upon the altar. It is the food of the offering made by fire for a sweet savor. All the fat is the Lord's. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generations throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood.
Right. When it tells what got me on this verse was when it said, okay, and the priest. It said the fat is the Lord. All the fat is the Lord. It shall be a perpetual statute for your generation throughout all your dwellings, that ye eat neither fat nor blood. I was okay without eating the blood, but when it said don't eat the fat, all thing I can think about when I cook them steaks, and that fat almost better than the meat when you eating them steaks, man. And probably not just I don't know what else besides steak, but I know it's something else. I just can't think of it off the top of my head where I like to taste that fat. But
Hey, the
Lord,
brother Baruch always talking about trim the fat all the time, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it shall be a perpetual statute. That word perpetual means never ending, non-stop, right? So forever, throughout the generation, like I said, for your generation throughout all your dwelling. So that kind of blindsided me when I read that, man. That was like when you watch football game and dude about to run the touchdown, you about to tackle, you running up trying to catch him, and somebody coming just blindside block you, hit you up in the air, take you off your feet.
Call
You know what I'm talking about?
that crack.
Man, I said, man, God, stop. And then they said one tough pill to swallow right there, brother. So yeah, man, that's just a couple of laws where I wanted to bring out that we don't think about too much, what we need to know. And you can throw one of those videos in, man. It don't matter which one.
All right.
It's a heavy class that you're bringing out tonight, brother. Heavy
Yes,
class.
sir.
Thank you, bro.
Here in Texas, a viral video of the arrest of an 18-year-old black woman is causing outrage in Forney, Texas, about 210 miles northeast of Austin, where we are now, 20 miles east of Dallas, folks. So here's the deal. The police get a call about someone darting into traffic. The officer, identified as Connor Martin, arrives on the scene, and the Kia Trig was who he saw walking down the residential street. Then this happened.
Why you don't have to ever get her? She was like, no, do not touch me. Her car. Just calm down. Calm down. Hold on.
Talk to her.
Okay. But you can get up. You don't have to do her like this.
She's trying to jump in front of her.
No, she is not. Please, Kaya, calm down. Kaya, calm down. Kaya, calm down. Just calm down, okay? Calm down. Just let her get up. You don't have to sit on her like that. Kaya, calm down. Kaya, just calm down. Okay. Just calm down. Just breathe, Kaya. Just breathe. I got her, please. She's
Another cop right there. He still on you.
2 degrees out here. Okay, breathe. She cannot breathe. She's sitting up. Get out of the fucking cab. What are you? No. She hasn't done anything. No. Okay. But what are you gonna turn her over and cover? She has not done anything. Please let her go. She's literally just walking. Bro, she cannot stop. Stop. Okay. Okay, listen. Okay, I'm gonna straight up. Stand her up. Okay, mama. Okay, see, let us get her restrained and safe. It's falling from her mouth. Okay, you just let her up. Why does she need handcuffed? Wait, she didn't do anything. She's running in front of traffic. She's not her mother. She's not gonna go anywhere. She cannot breathe. Just stand back. Why are y'all about to handcuff her?
Just hold on.
She has not done anything. And then you are on her own rope. I need your fucking badge number and your name. Record this fucking shit. Please do. Calm down, Kaya.
Just calm down. Everything's okay.
It's easy for her. He know that he didn't give a fuck. Please put that camera back on, up here on your chest. It was never on you in the first place. Why was your camera not on you while you were on? Yeah, we finna report all that. All of that. You had no camera for that. Please do. We finna report all of that. Where's shoe? Can you hold this? Give it.
You can start it, Rick. I don't know about y'all, but that right there be pissing me off. He over there trying to console the other cop come over there like he trying to console the cop that's on top of the girl.
Mm-hmm.
He trying to console the other police officer. But go ahead and run that second, and then we're gonna get a script.
All right.
Just faced first-degree battery charges for allegedly using excessive force during the arrest of 2 black men, Delonta Crudup and Khaled Vaughn, that took place at a South Beach hotel. Check this out. Now, this is surveillance video. It shows an officer chase Crudup into the lobby of the Royal Palm Hotel. The officer ordered Crudup onto the ground at gunpoint, and then Crudup complies. Moments later, more than a dozen more officers flood into the lobby surrounding Crudup. The cops then slammed Crudup's head on the ground and began to kick him violently. lot of cops for one person. All of this happened because officers claim Crudup struck a bicycle patrol officer while driving a scooter recklessly. Now, during Monday's news conference, Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rondo walked through what happened when officers caught Vaughn using a cell phone to record Crudup's arrest.
Steps back with his camera down. You see Officer Sabbath here running in and
Wow. Oh, he ain't
Watch
go
what
down.
happens next. Besides,
Damn.
that's all we have. But it is. So if you could play that, George, please. Now, what you see there's a series of punches in the back rib here, the rib cage area or kidney area. It's on the back. You see that there.
My bad.
There are different videos of the same thing, so that's why it seems better. Do you see it right there? Can you roll that back, George, please? See the back there? That's Officer.
He just playing. He just having fun kicking the man in the back.
Then about 5 seconds now, you can catch that there. See that right there? So Sergeant
I think it's a black police officer over here too, right there. He down with him. You see him? Y'all see him?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
Crudup was facing several charges, including aggravated battery of a law enforcement officer.
Somebody go to Leviticus 26 and 16.
That's crazy, man. This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 16. I will also do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning Og that shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart, and ye shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemies shall eat it.
I just wanted to get that I will even appoint over you terror. That's one of them curses. And that's what that was, terror, on both of those videos. And that comes from, disobedience. One of those curses, disobedience to the Lord. That's why, all the atrocities that we suffer, police brutality, what we just saw in both videos, black on black crime, poverty, all that. Those are just some of the curses that the Lord put on his chosen, disobedience. So a lot of people just don't understand why this stuff like this happened to us, because they not getting it, they not reading the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand it, but us being in the truth, we know why, and we know it ain't gonna stop no time soon. Matter of fact, it's only gonna get worse. So, we just have to keep doing what we do. Keep trying to obey these laws, do the law to the best of our ability. Teach our people who don't know about the law, don't know about the Bible. Teach our people and try to just, and do it to the end, like the brother say. So I hope y'all got something out of this class, and
Can I get a precept for you in there real quick?
yeah, give me a precept if you want.
All right. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 34. so that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see. Right? Stuff like that make us mad. Like, we don't like to see that type of stuff. And you already know those officers, they're gonna be not guilty when they do the charge. It's the
Yeah.
same story over and over and over again. Right?
Over
And
and
that's
over.
all because we broke the commandment. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded us, which he commanded thee. Right? And it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, meaning it's gonna chase after you. If you move to Africa, if you move to Europe, it's gonna be the same thing. You still gonna be a nigga in the eyes of all the enemies.
Hey, and in that script, what you just read, I like about that script, he told you why. He said, because thou hearken not. He letting you know. He telling you why it's happening. We don't listen.
That's crazy.
And what y'all think about the when y'all saw the black guy sitting around, like basically like he
All
called,
Israel ain't of Israel. That's all I got
right?
to say on that.
Yeah,
All Israel ain't of Israel.
that's true. All your skin folk ain't your kin folk. But
That's crazy.
and he ain't the only one. It's plenty. It's plenty of them out there like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, a lot of them will say they want to do good or they want to fulfill their childhood dream, but at the end of the day, or they say things like, "I'm just trying to make a living." That's bullshit. You joining up with the enemy, and you knowing what they've been doing to your people. You joining up with the enemy, man,
If
and you
you ain't
expect
going,
somebody to give you some kudos, or pats on the back. Nah, the hell with that, man. You joining the damn enemy, man. And then you see what they doing to your people. That let me know off top, you don't care about your people because you're joining up with the same folks.
you're not trying to stop it. And then when it come down to it, if four of them whipping on one of them and you see it going down, then it's gonna be five of them. Cause you gonna jump in with them.
Man, probably whoop you worse than they would.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
And break every commandment in the process. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna shave your beard off, you know. You
Yep.
ain't gonna have your fringes on. You're gonna break every commandment it is to be on that police force that's been beating up, rape, robbing your people
Since
since its
slavery.
very existence. And you're gonna participate in it, thinking you can make a difference. Boy, I tell you the truth. That's why the Lord said in Ezekiel 3:17, I made you a watchman over the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word of my mouth and give them warning. They need warning. These folks, we as a people, we so blind to what's going on, we don't understand. We think everything good. We got to give these folks warning as to what they supposed to be doing, who the enemy is, and what's the end game. They
But
need
you know
warning.
something? When you tell them who the enemy is, now you a racist. When you tell them who the enemy is, they gonna say you racist. I got plenty of friends be calling me racist. And get what? I ain't the type of person be like when they say they call me racist. I'll be like, man, I ain't racist. I ain't racist. I don't do that. I agree with them. I agree with them.
Let me
That's
pull up
crazy.
the definition while we at that. People got to really understand what that actually means. Can y'all see my screen?
Hold on. All right.
I can blow it up this time, bro.
All right. Where you want me to read it?
All right. Read this systematic.
All right. Racist. the systematic oppression of a racial group to the social, economic, and political advantage of another, specifically white supremacy.
Right. And how can they call us racist when we don't have political advantage over another? Now you can call us prejudiced, like, and the word prejudice means to prejudge. Everybody's prejudiced. They judge you on your job. If you come in without a suit or a tie, or you come in with your pants sagging, they judge you automatically.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They prejudge you. So everybody's prejudiced, but there's no way by definition we can be racist yet.
Let's say in order to be racist, you have to have the ability to trying to see how I put it. The ability to hold someone back. I can't put it into words, but
another thing, another way of looking at it would be if you say this person is a violinist or a pianist, they love violin, they love piano. If he's a scientist, he loves to do science. So if I'm a racist, that means I love my race.
That's right.
That don't mean I hate them. I mean I love my race.
That's right.
So listening to the enemy, they got everything construed or misconstrued, everything backwards. You know what I'm saying? And loving your people, they turn it and flip it to hating people. When you can just look at the very definition of it. Anything you add IST to, I mean, that's the love for it. But they didn't switch it and make it hate.
Right.
Who changed the truth of God to a lie?
Hey, and as long as you loving them, it's all right. Right. As soon as you start loving your own people, you know, you want to stand up for your own people. Rather shop from your own people, you know. As soon as you want to do that, now you're a racist. But meanwhile, we not the damn we not burning crosses in people's backyard, or we not tying up little babies to trees, or we not burning women alive, right?
All right.
But we the racist.
yeah. And then, man, as long as you worshiping white Jesus, you straight. The minute you say, "Hey, man," Revelation said Jesus black. Now you're a racist because you read what Revelation say. They mad when you depict Jesus as a black man the way it is in the Bible. Now you're a racist.
Hey, it's crazy, man.
But it don't bother me. I'll be a racist. I don't care. I'm just gonna be straight up. I don't care.
That's how I got
You'll never hear me say when somebody say call me a racist. You'll never hear me breaking down trying to say I ain't no racist.
Right.
You ain't gonna hear me say that too much.
I'm gonna ask them what it mean.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just run with word of mouth. Tell me what it mean, man.
That's right.
You can't give me an answer. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm
saying? And
go ahead.
I mean, if you got come and say, well, you can't help but to be a racist when you see how they treat us. I can't be like Nelly on that football movement when they were calling him nigga and this and that. And y'all my friends. I can't do that. You know what I'm talking about here? You seen that?
Oh yeah.
That's their coonery, man. But that's a good topic though, brother. Job 9:24. Excuse me. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Let's eat them all day. They come up with all these wicked laws, trying to institute all kind of foolishness, day in and day out, making loopholes for themselves, condemning us all day, every day. You know, lying. That's what they do. What script is there where they come out the womb speaking lies? Psalms They come out the womb speaking lies. I can't remember exactly where it's at. But the Lord said they come out the womb speaking lies.
Got it. Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
They do what?
Speaking lies.
As soon as they come out the womb. This ain't even a learned trait. You know how they be saying, you born gay? Nah, the Lord said they born that way. They born as soon as they come out speaking lies. Ain't nobody got to teach them. They come out speaking lies. The wicked. Why? Because he created them to do so. And he just basically giving us characteristics or their nature. You know, like, you know, a dog is going to bark, a cat gonna meow. You said a wicked, they gonna come out lying, regardless. As much as they try to paint the picture to be truthful, they gonna come out the womb lying.
All right.
And they gonna
also,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I ain't got nothing.
No, I just been saying a lot of folks don't like to hear us talk about the white man or the Edomites. But we have to, man. And for all y'all that want to hang on to them, this is Obadiah 1 and 18. And it reads, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau a stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau or the white man, for the Lord has spoken of it. So they're gonna be gone. Everybody who's trying to hold on to them, and you might got your white friend who you say, well, he nice or she nice or she like black people. It don't matter. She might do. He might do. But the Lord said, there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau. That means no matter how nice they is, no matter how many times they paid your rent for you because you were behind, it don't matter. It said, for the Lord has spoken it.
Oh, praise. And that is the patience of the saints.
Right. This Obadiah chapter, I'm going to read up a little bit. Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 8. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and the understanding out of the mount of Esau? So even that wise men, like the brother said, like all of them going to be cut off. Verse 9. And thy mighty man, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Mm.
It said everyone.
No, just the ones that hate black people.
Everyone.
Everyone.
We all had to go into captivity. We all had to go through the curses of Deuteronomy 28. So every last one of them, the Lord said. The Lord spoke that.
That's right. And you got some of them that might be like, well, I didn't, I wasn't back in slavery. I didn't enslave black people. But they're just like, we went up, back up, breaking the law back then, but we got to suffer the consequences from what our ancestors did. So even though you ain't the one had us in slavery, you ain't the one had the whip in your hand, beating us, but you still got to pay for the, like I said, prepare a slaughter for the iniquity of your father.
That's right. I'll find my little closeout script.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. That was for you, Brother Eric.
Yes, sir.
That's what you to prepare slaughter for his children.
Yes, sir. I'm just. Anybody else got something they want to say or bring out?
I just want to bring out the little closing script. Unless you got something else you got to add.
Nah, I'm good.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. Being that we know what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and all that's going on in this world, we got to hold fast. But it say, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. So keep pushing, keep them commandments most importantly. Give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High, you know. And as long as we keeping the commandment, we ain't going to see videos like that. But as long as we keep breaking the commandment, we going to keep seeing videos like that. That's what our people need to hear and know. You know, the Lord is causing this to happen. The so-called white man in these other nations ain't doing this for the hell of it. The Lord is doing this to making an example to his people, letting us know that we need to wake the hell up. And what the saying is, straighten up and fly right. You know, that's the Lord making an example to us. So we got to be steadfast, unmovable in this truth and keeping his commandments and knowing that this work is not in vain. It's for the Lord. And just like the brother was bringing out earlier in the class, hey, just like you keeping the commandments, being a comfort to your mother, you storing up that treasure. So we need to know that that is the end game. It's not in vain, but it's a reward in the end for enduring to the end. So on that, I say shalom.
Shalom.